we doing today? Did that work? I can't tell if it worked. It worked. Yay! So I loved this game yesterday, WytchWood. So I thought we'd play it again today. The other reason is my hands are very, very painful and actually lost a lot. They lose a lot of strength sometimes. Yay me. So I woke up not really being able to hold a pen. As you can imagine, this has been going on for a while, so I figured out how to hold a pen. It's still just something to note, which means playing a game like Hades, for example, would be difficult for me, which, by the way, I'm playing off stream because I love it, but I'm playing it off stream because I'm allowed to play games off stream. But this one seemed to have a little bit of an easier sort of hand movements, and I have two options. I can try the controller or I can try the keyboard. I just realized I forgot to tweet about this, so I'm gonna do that. I am playing #WytchWood. Come hang out. It'll be the briefest tweet in the world. So I liked giving so I think it's smart to give myself those, more than one option, really. Figuring out like what works, and it's possible that playing a little bit is gonna warm up my hands, and that'll be good. And I know I've had this condition for my whole life, so I know not to push too far. So if I know if I try it for a little bit and it warms up my hands, good. And if it doesn't, I need to stop immediately. So this might be a short stream. I probably won't play for more than about an hour, because that seems about right. But if my hands really just don't warm up, then probably we'll stop sooner, which again is okay. I'm allowed to do that. You gotta take care of yourself, And I gotta go back to work on Tuesday, so I need to be careful. There's a lot of snow here. That messes with my hands really badly. Messes with everything really badly. Okay, so I decided on the first day of the new year to focus on the word straightforward for this year, because it's something I want to be. I want to be more straightforward. And I also think that I should come up with a word per week. This is all in an attempt to try not to think about the fact that if I go outside, I might die. And the words I've been thinking of for the week are calm, focus, absorb, or needs. All about going back to work. So that's I don't want to pick it out before I go back to work. I think I'm going to try and pick those out on Sunday. Is today Sunday? Who cares? All right, so let's continue this game. Husband texting me about dogs. Told him I'm streaming, so maybe he will not send. Okay, so So we're collecting souls for the goat. We've picked up the bear. There's the ox in the fields, the leech in the swamp, and the snake in the forest. I think I want to explore the swamp a wee bit more, because it seemed to have a lot of ingredients I needed. Like elsewhere. And then I think I might go back to the fields unless the leech gets a little more serious. And that's my decision-making process. I forgot to mention the soot sprites in my recap yesterday, which is a travesty. So let's try to go back to the swamp. We're going to try and finish this tea by 11:30. My time, so that gives me an hour. Map. Is the swamp, right? Yeah, so we're going to go up. I think there is a terrible dryad over here. Yep, we're just gonna sneak right past him. And then I think there are goblins over here. Yep, we're just gonna sneak past them. Although I kind of want the stick, but not enough to get hit in the face. So, the swamp is where I think I'll die the first time because everything is trying to kill me in the swamp. Although, did I make this and give it to him? I don't know what happens if I do that. Smoke pellet. You need the bait stick. That needs to be poisoned, I think. Do I have bait sticks? Yeah, I know I need more of those thistles. How do I make smoke pellets? Things I have a bunch of. Except for the clay. Alright, let's just pick up resources. See what happens. Oh, leeches. How do I kill those? Spirit salts. That's a new one. No, maybe I figured that one out yesterday. Oh, I can make that. No, I can't. I have to make this first, which I can make, so I'm gonna, because I'd love to catch a leech and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to switch to that one. It's like right in the middle of everybody, though. Nope, right away. Oh, it just gives me blood. Okay, that makes sense because it's a leech. I get that. No, run away, run away. Ow, balls. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get eaten to death. I will get eaten to death. Run away. I need a trowel. Yep, this is making my hands hurt a little bit. Let's see if we can switch to... you just run away, that's good. Okay. A little harder to move around, but I think we're just gonna deal with it. Ooh, how do I do Witch's Eye? G. Go down this way yesterday. What is over here? Oh, good. More thistles. What do I need for that? This? Shears. That makes more sense. Did I not do that right? Oh, right. I have to use the right click. Alright. Nope. No, you're the worst. No, run. Run. Okay, this path is very dangerous. Interesting. What the crap is that? Stick totem. Someone built this effigy to pay respect to the moon. The moon in turn has given it life. I need snagvine and logger's hatchet. What do I do for that? Oh no! Shoot, I used my last needle. Still. What did I get? I got a stick, got a couple of sticks, and I got this totemic moondrop trinket containing a mote of moonlight. That's interesting. Dragonflies. Map. How do I get into my map from here? I mean, this is the boring way, but Rotten aperture. Entrance even murkier than the swamplands. To the sick house. Prepare to make your medicine. Take your medicine. I don't want to go that way right now. Because that is definitely on the path of the leech. The leeches. Like, path. Maybe I'll just do the leeches path. Suspicious stump. The thick moss growing on this massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings on the bark below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy sweeps forth from the waterlogged wood until an ethereal doorway opens before you. Great! I believe we have discovered entrance even murkier than the... I don't know what's in there. I'm going to pick up this thistle, though, first. No! I'm not going to pick up that thistle. Ah! It's following me. We're going through this door now. Yep, that's what I thought. Alright. Now I've opened that one. That makes things a little easier. Rotting stump. Yeah, there's a bunch of resources over here. Let's do that for a bit. I need something to catch him. Blue feather. I assume you're gonna be evil. Nope. Go away. Oh, I don't know why I paused. Okay, well there's something over there. We're gonna go check out and maybe die. Remember how we're supposed... It's a troll, an impassable hulk, unless perhaps he likes you. Alright. Alright, cool. Dark wood. Don't go in, there's absolutely no good can come of you being here. Alright, I think I'm gonna go back over by that big critter. And... because I think I got all the ingredients for him last time. And it was just not a good, like I wanted to finish the ox, so it wasn't really a good time to feed him. I think that's what happened. This is a really gross place, by the way. This is that bit that has all the dead bodies with vines growing through them. It's not great. Okay, so we got him. Do we have that thing he needs? Let's just double check that's what he wants. Okay, it does seem to be what he wants. Let's make one. Okay, we made it. What does the book say about it? A juicy offering to powers greater, powers with many teeth. Gnashing teeth useful against drakes. Alright. That's terrible. I got a drake fang. Apparently I will need that at some point. Okay, that's good to know. Yep, we're gonna do the leech today. Let's switch to this one. Track. Visit the sick house west of the swamp. Alright, that's what we're doing. And I get there by going left. I gotta go down and left. Okay. I could do that. Pick up ingredients on the way. Oh, that bug isn't over here right now, so we're gonna come over here and pick up all the crap we dropped. I wish I could switch items easier. These are skyward obelisk, ornately dressed, but for what and for whom? And by whom? Cool. Cool. Nope, I don't want to play with you, totem. At least the plants don't hurt me when I bump into them. That's nice. Music change. Yep, we're gonna go down, I think. To the sick house. Nurse, hold on now. This sick house is full to the brim and festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? The witch, a plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. The nurse says, oh, it's terrible. It affects the young and old, the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients, I can barely catch my breath. Witch, so what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? Nurse says, we've just got so many bodies piling up, someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded I've even had to dump some in the swamp. And the witch says, that seems unethical. And the nurse says, but don't worry, the leech is inside working her miracles on the other patients. They couldn't be in better hands. I'm pretty sure this came out before the pandemic, but if it did... Witch, the leech? That's the doctor of this place? The nurse says, the best in the land. I don't dare think about how much worse it would be without her skills. The witch says, I need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. And the nurse says, sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your years to enter such an infectious space without a proper inoculation. But with all the patients, we're low on medicine, and I'm afraid I don't have any spare. The witch says, bah, what's a simple booster shot made from anyway? There's plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. And the nurse says, well, it's a pretty basic prescription. If you bring me the components, I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. The nurse says, I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. I have all of those things. You place a sloshing jar of ichor in the nurse's hands. She inspects it suspiciously, but doesn't ask where it came from. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor. Ooh, I gave her the grass first. The nurse takes the dried grasses you've been so careful to keep intact and immediately crushes them into a powder. You snap off a few spiny thistles and pass them to the nurse. She is careful not to prick herself on the sharp ends. The nurse nods at you, gathering all the ingredients into a small, hand-sized mortar. You hold your breath as she mashes everything into a slimy, stinky liquid. The nurse says, not the most pleasant stuff, but I can assure you it beats growing lumps where no lumps should be. That's true. But the witch says, speak for yourself, one can never have enough lumps. And the nurse shrugs at you, sucking up the bubbling mixture into an oversized syringe. She gestures for you to hold out your arm. After stabbing into your flesh several times, she fails to find any veins with the point of the needle. Sorry, you seem to have some strange physiology? The witch says, bah, give it here, I'll do it. You seize the injector and jab it into your arm without further fuss. A cool sensation climbs into your fingertips. You doubt the medicine will have any effect, but at least it should make the nurse happy. There, I feel much better. Can I go inside now? Oh, yes, of course. You should be immune to the plague for the time being. Just be quick. The leech is very busy. Let's go inside. Leech. The doctor slithers from one patient to another, checking off little boxes on a clipboard. From under her wide-brimmed hat, she appears to notice you enter, but pays you no mind. The witch says, "You must be the Leech. I was hoping you could help me find one of your patients. I just remembered I wanted to take a Sudafed this morning because my face feels like it's been hit by a bus. So I'm gonna do that real quick. 1 second. Okay, you must be the Leech. I was hoping you could help me find one of your patients." The Leech says, "Do you have the symptoms? Crackling of the bones, oozing eyes, skin rot, perhaps a yellow liver? Let's get you examined." The Leech extends her toothy snout, prodding your body and searching for some hidden malignancy. You slap her away with a swift palm. "If it's sickness you're looking for, you won't find it on me." And the Leech says, "My dear, we are all sick with something, whether it's a broken heart or a broken arm. We all suffer in one way or another." You peer through her tightly wrapped garments and see a deep darkness underneath. Despite the warmth in her words, there is a sense of hunger and urgency in her tone. "I'm here to heal, to mend, to put all your troubles at ease. Now tell me what ails you." And the witch says, "I told you already I'm in perfect health. I'm here to find someone, a man who came through here with a sprained ankle." And the Leech says, "Half the patients who come to me have a twisted this or a broken that before the pox sets in, that is. Can you be more specific? What does he look like?" The witch says, "Oh, I'm not sure." And the Leech says, "Well, then how do you expect me to help you? Come back to me when you know who you're looking for." The witch looks about the sick house at the coughing, wheezing, bedridden souls. Perhaps some of them will be able to identify the missing husband? Seems like a great idea. There was a fellow with dark hair, dark eyes. It's the beardy guy you're looking for? You don't know where that short fellow got to, eh? I miss that man with the beard. So he's got a beard. There are flies buzzing all over the place. We're all on the same page that she's eating them, right? They're sleeping. Looks like they could use the rest. A husband, yeah, he had a darker complexion than me. It's clearly the guy in the corner, but well, he doesn't have a beard. We're just gonna talk to everybody. Can't find the short guy? Sorry, can't help you. You don't know where that short fellow got to, eh? It's the beardy guy you're looking for? I'm gonna take all this stuff in this box. Maybe it's not this guy. This patient just stares into the distance, silent. That's fun. I forgot to talk to this dude. Leave me alone. What's this? Crimson wine. Thick, dark wine that clings to the inside of the bottle. Can I take it? You gonna be weird about this? Oh, I can't take it. I can just look at it. That's fun. Sorry, I keep getting like... Oh, they're snow shovelers. Great. Hark. Bleh. Alright, I've talked to everybody. Deduce a subscription from the husband. I feel like I've talked to everybody. Open-topped barrel. I don't know how to do this. Well, do you have any better idea who exactly you're looking for? He's shorter than most. I'm going to need a bit more than that. Dark in features? Narrowing it down, give me something else. Or full beard. Oh yes, I remember that poor man now. He came in with a swollen ankle, but on his journey through the swamp, he must have contracted the plague. His condition declined rapidly, I'm sorry to say. In the end, there wasn't much more I could do for him except make him comfortable. He's dead? What sort of sick house is this anyway? My condolences, really. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to doing what I can for the living. The witch says, at least tell me where his wife might collect his body. The nurse outside seemed to be having trouble keeping track of them all. I'm sorry, that information is reserved for next of kin. Judging by your physique, I wouldn't say you're related to the deceased in the slightest. The doctor turns away from you to prepare vials of medicine. Better return to the old woman in the swamp with the bad news. Well, that seems terrible. She can't go look for him. I wonder if she can even get to the sick house. Headstone. Blank, though it currently seems like someone was buried here not too long ago. And that's true for all of the headstones. Nothing to see over here. I guess we will walk back to the old woman. Hands are cold, but usually that happens on my work computer, so I have my gloves downstairs. Oh yeah, we going to pick up ingredients on the way. Faux show. Especially when there aren't any bugs in the way, because that appears to be like a thing. Stop that. Alright, here we go. Pretty sure to the right is an appropriate place to go. Stop that. Nope, don't want to play with you, Totem. Oh, there's so many mosquitoes. These are clearly very useful, so we're going to pick up everyone we can see. I believe we are hearing... I am hearing snow shovelers. As I am a wheelchair user, we hire people to do that for us. We are very lucky we can do that, but snow clearing is definitely a disability issue. Especially when the snow that that we're dealing with, right, makes a lot of our conditions worse. You know what I mean? Hi, buddy. Old woman, do you have any news of my husband? He should have been back from the sick house by now. You bow your head in condolence. I'm sorry to say that your husband has passed away. The leech said he fell ill with the plague. Rather than grief, an expression of mild annoyance crosses the woman's face. Oh, what a nuisance. The witch says, you don't seem that upset by the news. The old woman says, well, he was getting on in years. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I just didn't think it would be from some measly plague of all things. So, where is the fool now? The witch says, I'm not sure, the leech wouldn't tell me, but her assistant mentioned having to dispose of the dead out in the swamp. Oh, that's where all those bodies with the vines came from. The old woman says, Brimstone and Bandersnatch. I know I'm already in your debt, sister, but can I ask you for another favor? And the witch says, I suppose I've already stuck my foot in this mess. What is it? The old woman says, there's an old circle of power just west of here. It served me well in my younger years, and I expect it's still got some juice left. I need you to dust it off and fire it up again. I'd go do it myself, but by the time I get there, my poor husband's body would already be reduced to worm farts. The witch says, what am I to do with this circle? And the old woman says, you're a knowledgeable lass. The engravings on the obelisks should explain the rest. Visit the obelisk in the swamp. West is this way. Maybe it's that thing. Yep, found it. If I click on it. Circle of Power. You brush off a blanket of thick moss and lichen from the ancient magical pattern carved into the earth. The essence of power wakes at your touch, bringing slight warmth to your fingertips. 4 black stone obelisks surround the ritual spot. You'll need to scrape off more overgrown decay to read the runic lettering engraved on their surfaces. Recipe learned. Necromantic charm. Collect it. Oh, I got the Drake Fang. I win. So now all I need to do is make this, which I can make. No, I can't. I need 3 of these. That's bug ichor, which I think I get from from something. And then I have everything else that I need there. And then I also need to make this guy. Pumpkin jack bone. Blood. Wicker work. Alright, well let's at least get the bug ichor. Yeah. Bug ichor 1. I'm gonna get you. I needed a needle for something else. Alright, so if I come across any dragonflies, of course now that I need mosquitoes, they're nowhere to be found. There are bunches down this way. There's a dragonfly. Oh! What happened? Ooh. I don't know how I did that. Oh, I got bug ichor that way. Can I make... Do I have enough? I have plenty. Okay. And did I get needles? I did. I got 3. Okay. So I think to make this, I need, yeah, needles and string. Okay. Then what did I need? Oh no, I can make that. Well, we're doing that. And then to make this, I need a pumpkin jack bone. Alright, so we're going to the fields. Forgot how to catch one of you. Fun. Okay, let's go through this door. Let's just catch this one last. Yes. Always be collecting. I think that's good for now. I'm gonna go through this door. Nope, I want to go through this door. And then I want to go to the fields. Pumpkin jack. Necromantic Charm. Pumpkin Jack Bone. Oh! That was like way the heck over here. I forget what I needed for that though. I bet it was something in the friggin' swamp. Not that guy. Not those guys. Not those guys. You're very far afield. You're a pumpkin jack. I need a snag vine. Yeah, I can make that. That's what I needed the thing for. Get him! Get him! Oh my god, you're killing me. Ugh. Well, I will use the last of my... Oh. Don't have any more. Okay. Well. Oh, I hate these pumpkins. I sure do. I think I have all the ingredients for this. Yep. Necromantic Charm. Get a death certificate from the Leech. Okay, so we're gonna head back to that door after stealing the screen. Nope, those are bushes. Can't walk through those. Catching all the hopper legs. Oh, there's a cow. I got milk. It says moo on the bottle, by the way. In case anyone was wondering. What is this guy? He's a gnome. I don't know what his deal is. Doesn't have its weaknesses. And I don't know if it can hurt me, but we are sure as heck not finding out. Where's the potion? This one. Oh, I'm taking this. Back to the swamp. Okay. We can catch 2 mosquitoes and 2 dragonflies. I like the sleeping noises. Those are cute. It's definitely very clear that they're sleeping. Too close to him, I think. I can pick those back up. Oh, I forgot about the meat size. Can I make more of that? Sure can. He exploded. Haha. I got 2 newt's eyes. Where am I? Okay, I need to go down. No, I don't want to make that. Summon today, I'm gonna need 1 snail shell, and I will have 50. Oh, my poor hands. The leech. The shadowy doctor prowls amongst the cots, eyeing the weakest patients with a dark hunger. She snaps a quivering tentacle as you approach. Not a step closer. Who knows what sort of disgusting maladies you might be carrying. Yes, yes, says the witch. I'm a pox-ridden wretch, I know, but I need a death certificate from you. Specifically of the short-bearded man we spoke about. His wife is in no condition to roll her chair through the swamp, so she's asked me to collect it for her. Leech says, I don't simply give out death certificates to anyone claiming to be someone's aunt, grandmother, or friend. This is a legitimate operation. She turns her back to you and rummages through a nearby medicinal closet. Now, where has that serum got to? Don't tell me we're already out. The witch says, what's the matter? Out of stock? It's a shame you don't have time to go out yourself. She tenses at your continued presence. What are you getting at? And the witch says, medicine for that death certificate. I think it's a fair trade, don't you? And the leech says, you would barter when people's lives are on the line? Fine, you'll have your paperwork, you filthy degenerate. Clearly too angry to speak to you, she shoves the list of required medicinal supplies into your hand. I need a mending poultice. Shish kebabs. I need 3 of them. Alright, we're going back to the forest. I need a bunch of ingredients that are in the forest. Oh, I am sleepy today. Go away. Door. Nope. Dying of fire. Almost done with my tea. Here we are. I like how I have a bunch of ingredients I've never had any need for. Like, thanks. So I need a bunch of this green stuff. What else do I need to make this? Mushrooms. Always need clay for stuff, so we're picking up all this stuff. Sorry about that. Don't really need anything in there, so we're not going to bug the dog. Gonna keep walking around. Lakeside. Nope, nope. Maybe that fool bard's hiding way out there, but I swim as well as hens fly. Suddenly some unseen voice chitters mockingly into your ear. This is the snake one, I think. Ho ho, hee hee, that musical man you'll never see. You spin around, but no one is there, just a nattering laughter bouncing on the wind. Who's there? Show yourself, spirit. Nope, I'm not doing this adventure. I'm doing a different one. We're gonna go deeper into the forest where there are more green things. Give me grass. Dang it, I want grass. Oh, there's one. He's so upset. Just collecting supplies. Gotcha. I just want all the grass in the world. Is that too much to ask? See, I don't want to give them all to her. I want more grass so I can make stuff for me. Because I get hurt a weird amount. There's one. Hope my hatchet never breaks. Wood stock. Just a whole heck of a bunch. There's one. Over here and catch fairies. And fireflies. And frogs. Oh! Ugh. Hated doing that. Okay, I think I have a bunch of... Yeah, I've got enough for 2 potions for me, so... We're gonna call it good. And of course, pick up anything else we find on the way. Oh, I can't push the buttons right. Yep, we're over here. Pick up the stick. Pick up this grass. I guess they're forest herbs, but still. Alright, we're gonna go back out this door. And go back to the swamp. Because we have all of the ingredients we need. Aw. Need more skeeters. Did I not get a... Oh no, I need mosquitoes. That's where all of them went. Oh, I got both of them. Let me get both of them. No, you're not asleep. Get it. I got it. Ugh. Oh, goodness. Oh, and I almost let this go. No. Okay. Okay. I got 2 mosquitoes for the price of 1. I win. I was hoping I could do that. Because it knocked down all the bees in the area. And I used it there. Always be collecting. Wrong thing. Back to the witch. I'm gonna have to stop after I do this. Because I hurt. I am warmed up, which is good, but I need to start. Clearly too angry to speak with you, she shoves a list of required medicinal. The leech stuffs the poultice into an unsanitary-looking cabinet without a second glance. Clearly, yep. Give her the dragonfly wings. The leech takes the wings with a surprisingly delicate touch and lays them out carefully along the surface of a clear shelf. I give her the skeeter snoots. The leech inspects the barbs before placing each of them carefully into a velvet-lined container alongside other excruciating-looking instruments. The witch says, I've run your errands, now I really must insist on the death certificate. And the leech says, there's no need to get prickly. I have your papers right here. The leech extends her moist arm and thrusts a poorly written note into your hands. You shake the mucus from the paper and try to decipher the loopy, illegible scribbles. You're not even sure that the leech spelled the poor man's name right, but you suppose it's better than nothing. Next time I need a doctor's note, I'm better off forging the signature myself. You crumple roll the note into a tight roll for safekeeping. Take it. Offer the death certificate to the obelisk. Alright. I can do that. Always be collected. Always be collected. Wait. Where's the obelisk? I guess I'm going the right way. Kind of. Go over here. The northern obelisk calls for proof of the dead. The afterlife is nothing if not bureaucratic. A death certificate from the Leech would fit the bill. Well, here you go then. The humid swamp air has made the paper of the death certificate soft and damp, and as you drop it into the bowl, it decomposes before your eyes until nothing is left. The eastern obelisk yearns for the tooth of a dragon. You haven't seen any real dragons in years, but who knows what's out in the swamp. Give you a drake fang. You drop the sharp reptilian fang into the stone basin with a heavy clunk. It spins like a top, emitting a high-pitched whine before shattering into a fine white dust. The southern obelisk asks for a collection of bodily fluids to breathe new life into an unliving vessel. Apothecary humors. You fill the bowl with an offering of anatomic liquids. Ew. The fluid slowly disappears as if being drained by some unseen thirst until only the wet residue remains. Really like writing in this. The western obelisk requires a source of undead animation. Necromantic charm. You place the token of undeath into the basin, and it flutters like a candle for a moment before the shadowy umbra of the obelisk snuffs it out. With the final offering accepted, the obelisks surrounding the circle begin to hum. You can hear a strange melody playing through their discordant notes. The carvings on the ground burn with renewed energy, driving away the overgrowth. You're quick to step away as you feel a vacuous force pull at the circle center. The witch says, I suppose that's done the trick. Let's see what the writing has to say for itself now. Rotate your head to read the glowing letters on the edge of the circle. Place the vessel of the deceased, yada yada. Recite the evocation of necrodermis, blah blah. Apply the can of ointment. Right, seems straightforward enough. All I need to do now is go fetch the body of that poor fool husband. He should be here in the swamp somewhere. Search the swamp for the husband's dead body. I guess we're gonna go over here. Ugh, this must be where that nurse has been dumping the surplus of corpses. Called it. I'll need to take a closer look at each one to find the right fella. Well, I hate that. This isn't it, unfortunate, nonetheless. Similar perhaps, but not the right body height. This poor soul doesn't fit the description. Not the husband, this one. This one isn't the right one. Oh, there's one more over there. Not this one. Where on earth is that stinking body? You'd think I'd be able to find him among the dead here. You watch a particularly bloated fly land on a rotting hand poking out of the muck. Its disgusting proboscis probes at the withered flesh. Frog King. Two globular red eyes slowly unglue themselves and swivel to boggle at the insect. A huge slime-covered tongue lashes out and pulls the hapless fly into a gaping toothless maw, along with most of the sunken corpse. Well, I suppose that explains where my misplaced man went. Speak to the Frog King in the swamp. What? How do I... What? I am soups confused. Speak to the Frog King in the swamp. So it happened right here, so am I oh, okay. He appeared in a place that he wasn't before. Croak, can it be? As a lovely young morsel wandered its way into my palace? You call this filthy bog a palace? He throws his head back, shaking the swamp with burbling laughter. Smaller frogs and newts scurry out of the way to avoid being crushed by his enormous bulk. Ha ha ha, wouldn't you? This place is a veritable bounty of insects, and my subjects have such healthy appetites, so they will grow big and strong. I'd eat you too, but that head of yours looks much too hard. I prefer my food burp to be nice and tender. Look, you wouldn't have perchance seen an old man pass through here, have you? About yay high, full beard, deadish. The frog taps his fingers against a log, grinning an impossibly large grin. Oh yes, I do believe I've seen the chap. He had such a delectable aroma, and a fall off the bone ribs. But I'm sorry to say, that when something goes down the hatch, never sees the light of day again. See about that, says the witch. Sure, I can come up with some just desserts for you. The frog rolls his eyes around and around as if daring you to try something. Digestive tablets. How do I make those? I need goblin snot. How do I get goblin snot? That's gross. Oh, I may not be able to finish this one. I see goblins before. I thought they were up here past the dryad. Yeah. Oh, but I need a dreadful doll. Oh, I can make that now. After I make a couple of these. Little guy. Well, I do need shells for that, so that's good to know. Alright, I have digestive tablets. I know how to get... It's so funny how you need things from each corner of each place. I mean, it's not funny, but you know what I mean. Makes you wander around a bunch. Definitely makes me want to hoard ingredients. But it looks like your pockets don't get too full, so I'm gonna do that. Hi, bud. Nope, I need to talk to you. You wrap a juicy-looking grub around the medicinal tablets and offer it up to the Frog King. Your Majesty, I really must find the whereabouts of that gentleman. Perhaps this small tribute will loosen your tongue. The frog gulps down the tantalizing meal without a thought. Ah, a delectable gift. Thank you, my pretty. Now, I already told you where. His nostrils flare for a moment, and then he sneezes, sending specks of wet mucus flying. The frog's throat suddenly expands, filling with gas. The belch that erupts from its lips resonates so loudly that the entire swamp ceases its buzzing. You avert your eyes, but the noise and smell of the frog's explosive eruption almost knock you off your feet. Great Glinda's ghost, what a stench. The frog wobbles on its legs, looking thoroughly emptied. He teeters before rolling his huge body back into the swamp with a thunderous splash. You spot the slippery body of the husband floating in the bog water. Luckily, he seems to be missing some bits and pieces, so he should fold up quite nicely. Stuff him in your satchel. Yep, that was gross. Circle of power is ready and waiting for its necromantic purpose. Give it the corpse. With considerable effort, you unfold the husband's decaying body from your satchel and slap it down in the middle of the circle. Yuck. Invisible shackles wrap around the corpse's limbs and pull it spread-eagled against the ground. Strange mist rises from the obelisks, casting everything in a sickening green light. Slowly but surely, the corpse begins to levitate off the ground. It rotates to face each obelisk one by one. Oh, get on with it. I haven't got all day. You give the rotting head a good kick as it passes you. With a gasp of stale air, the body drops to the ground. Suddenly it bolts upright. Gah! Ick and or ew. Well, hello there, says the witch. Says the zombie husband. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know that? The reanimated corpse claws at its throat. Oh, sorry, wait a moment. Near your feet, you see a disembodied tongue flopping around on the ground, like a worm. You scoop it up, quickly toss it in the man's gaping mouth. Black. Though he moves his jaw, his lurching voice seems to emanate from someplace beyond. Murder! What? I am not. You were quite dead when I found you. No, Leech murdered me. He clutches at his hollow chest as if trying to feel his heart beating. Gave me plague, drained my blood. Leech murdered others. He swings a limp arm toward the body-filled bog. I knew there was some awful stink about that sick house. What sort of doctor infects her own patients? Check her office. Find proof. Don't you worry. I'll make sure that parasite gets what's coming to her. But you should head back home. Your wife is worried half to death about you. He turns and looks longingly over his shoulder. You can hear his vertebrae popping. Yes, late. As he shambles into the choking mist, he gives you a crooked nod of thanks. Gross. But I think I know what that bottle of wine is. That's probably the evidence, and it was too early for me to figure it out. So we got to go back and forth forever. I forget what I needed those so badly for, but I'm gonna stop and get them every time. Ignoring you, going in here. Crimson wine. It's funny. Leech's office. While the Leech is busy with her patients, you rifle through the contents of the various cabinets in her office. Mostly dried herbs and potions. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. That is until you notice a suspicious-looking bookcase set against the wall. The books are all fake, just chopped down spines glued to a solid plank. That's lazy. Your fingers race across the medical titles and quickly find a loose volume. The click of the switch, the whole bookcase swings open to reveal a secret compartment. Your heart jumps at the sight. Racks upon racks of bottled blood are arranged like fine wines. Each vessel meticulously catalogs the name, description, and age of its source. Looks like that thirsty slug's been sapping the living for years. On a nearby table, you spy a decanter half filled with ruby red liquid. You wonder whose blood it contains. A dash of salt would remind that slimy worm that there's worse things out there than bloodsuckers. Salt the witch's wine. You do it? You sprinkle a generous amount of embalming salts collected from the graves of the Leech's victims into the decanter. As the salt dissolves into the bloody cocktail, you hear the telltale squelching of the good doctor's approach. What are you doing? Can't you see that this is my private office? I already helped you enough, so there's no reason you ought to be here. She hastily shuffles you out of the room. Now, get out. This place is only for the sick. You're certainly right about that, says the witch. You walk just out of sight before doubling back to hide behind a withered get-well bouquet. You peer at the vexed Leech as she slithers around her office, checking every cabinet and looking for tamper. Every cabinet and locker for tampering. She mutters something expletive about nosy old women. Satisfied, she sighs with relief and reaches to pour herself a glass from the tainted decanter. The addition of black fever adds a certain nutty quality. Maybe it will pair well with an infusion of peat moss palsy in the next batch. Gross. She takes a sip, waiting just a moment before throwing her head back and guzzling it all down. Lovely shape. Lovely. Sharp flavor. Full body, too. Suddenly, the Leech snaps to attention. Her limbs dart out, writhing with uncontrollable gestures. She stabilizes herself against the table as sweat pools on her brow. The decanter shatters against the floor in an explosion of glass. What's happening? The Leech spasms as the tendrils of ghostly spirits begin to suck the moisture from her body. You watch as she dwindles in size, shrinking like some horrible raisin. You inspect the mummified worm, pressing it between your fingers lightly. I got an achievement about that. The Leech, drained by the very spirit she was supposed to be healing. In your fingertips, you make out the faintest of heartbeats, the soul of the Leech. Ta-da! I did it! How exciting! Alright, and that's where we're going to leave it for today, because I don't want to push too hard. A lot of us are either back to work or going back to work, so remember to take it easy. There's no point in burning yourself out. Do what you can every day and no more. And make sure you rest. And what I'm going to be trying to do this year is resting throughout the day rather than only resting when I have to. So finding moments of decompression, something I was reading about, is very important. So like a lot of people use their morning tea for that, which I do. A lot of people use their meals for it because it's good breaks through the day. So try and do that and find small joys and tell somebody that you love them. I will talk to you later, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye, stream.